Howdy Pokemon Professors! Welcome back to a brand new video. Today, we will be playing a deck chock full of immortal Pokemon. These Pokemon can't be hurt by attacks and eventually will run your opponent out of cards and win you the game. I haven't dealt with these guys before, but after I summoned their power in a practice match, I was convinced that they were the most powerful Pokemon in existence. Now, you may be wondering who these overpowered Pokemon are, and that you will now learn. The true identity of these Pokemon are none other than the fabled Sneasel and Carvanha. If you enjoy this video, please don't forget to leave a like and share with your friends. Be sure to stick around until the end of the video for a Rebel Clash code giveaway. Now, let's learn just how these Pokemon came to be so powerful by taking a look at their deck list. As you can see, we have a Carvanha with the agility attack that does 10 energy, and Flip allows you to prevent all effective attacks including damage done to it during your turn. Sneasel has the same attack in combination of two, and they both only require one dark. We also play a Phione Suction ability, which is once during your turn before your attack on your bench, you may have your opponent switch Pokemon with one of their benched Pokemon if you are in deck. So, use this to help deck out your opponent, say if you're running out of cards yourself, or to gust up something that's not as threatening on your opponent's bench, because you're not really trying to knock much out with this deck. So, you also play Lily's Pokédoll to act as a stall. This card doesn't give up a prize when it's knocked out, even though it acts as a basic Pokemon. And it can be used to fill in your bench if, say, you only have a Sneasel or a Carvanha play, and your opponent will have to knocking it out. It allows us to shuffle two supporters from our discard pile into our deck. That's important for supporters such as Will, Lusamine, Strategy. Get later provide for the loop that allows Sneasel and Carvanha to consistently use the agility attack for its play. Pokegear 3.0 to help us get out those supporters. For Quick to help our base, what all of our Pokemon are. Bell Iceman, because our main win condition is discarding all of our opponent's deck and milling them. For Cynthia and Caitlyn as a draw cards. For Green's Exploration, to get any 2 trainer cards in this deck, as long as you don't have a Phione in play. So, you can get, say, a Pokédoll or cards for your combo. And now into the combo itself. So, we play Lieutenant Surge's strategy, has more prizes left than you. You can play 3 supports, including the Surge, so you can usually one way is a Will. You play the it makes all of your coin flips go the way you want. So you can always land heads on your agility, and always be in Lusamine to recover because you can come in and then key reduce, and then dark energy for attacks. So there's the deck list. Now let's get into a match. Like I said earlier, I've played this deck once. It's quite long-winded, but it is fun. It's a very interesting deck. It's easy to mess up. I would say it's a decently high skill. but it is very hard to work around for pretty much any Pokemon that doesn't have an attack that can go through effects, such as, say, Keldeo GX. So we are going first. Unfortunately, that means we attack on our first turn. Hopefully our opponent is playing a pretty aggressive deck that will get rid of cards quickly. So we're going to go ahead and start a Sneasel because it has higher HP. We actually like that we're giving mulligans here, because hopefully our opponent takes and accelerates our win condition. We're not going to put it in down. Keep in mind, our opponent has no idea what we're playing right now, so this probably looks quite odd to them. We'll go ahead and attack, and we will put a Carvanha down. Let's see what their attack does. Attach up to 3 Fire Energy cards from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way you like. Okay, I think we're fine leaving that in there. Looks like we will be hitting weakness with Sneasel, not that it's going to really matter. We're not going for knockouts here. What could end up hurting us here is if they have a Victini Prism Star. That could loop energy. Against us. We can maybe hope they try the Victini, because most welder style decks do. That is a bit scary for this thing. So we do get immunity next turn. And agility does not prevent effects of attacks that aren't done to Sneasel. So if they do get the Victini, not much we can do. Although I suppose we can knock it out and try to end that one. Look, our opponent is playing Green's Welder Box. Potentially Green's Reshi's card. But I'm not going to jump to that conclusion quite yet. I'm hoping they bring out the Victini. Okay, so they do play the Reshizard. I'm hoping if they have the Victini, they bring it later. So we can at least... I really can't find a reason why they wouldn't. It's so good in this deck. They may not know what we're doing quite yet, though. We may want to try the Bellelba and Bryson Man to see if we can maybe get it into their loss zone. They'd have to be pretty lucky there, though. I think we're going to do it. Okay, we did get this back, but we did not land the card we were hoping to. Nice. We do flip the heads. Haven't been able to get our combo rolling just yet. In order for it to work, we do need to let our opponent get at least one and go ahead. Deck usually plays quite a bit of it. Okay, we do get a Cynthia and Caitlyn, so we can make a play to keep Bellelba and Bryson Manning, if that's what the verb is for that. Go ahead and discard a Cynthia. We've got 8 potential attackers. It's not going to be the end of the world. We may want to grab the Will here. Nah, I think Bellelba and Bryson Manning's more important. Okay, so we do get some more options. And we'll agility. Even if our opponent gets a knockout here, it's not the end of the world, but will enable Lieutenant Surge's strategy. And hence enable our strategy. Okay, so we will reset things down to 6. Not too upset with that reset stand. That looks fine. We can work with it. We will be able to get a Will. And, as the saying goes, where there's a will, a way. It's Pal Pal for just the Cynthia and Caitlyn. We've got a plan here. We're going to surge, and then use the Cynthia and Caitlyn in the discard. Discarding a quick ball because we don't really need it for the killer. And since we surge, we will be able to play with it. Now on the count pad. Once again. Getting back those 2 cards. And agility. Because we did get that heads. By now, I'm sure our opponent knows what's up. If they do have the Victini, the wise play would be to save it for the end and try to flip the script, decking us out rather than the other way around. If I were my opponent, that's what I'd be doing here, assuming I had figured out my opponent's strategy. If they don't have that in mind, I think we're in a pretty good position here. We've got 13 more cards in our deck than our opponent. Okay, our opponent will gust around our Carvana. It's fine by us. So our opponent does gust here, and I assume they'll be able to get okay. So I think the play here is to put down our Fione and go for Lucy. I don't think we want to use our Fione quite yet. We may, however, have to Cynthia and Caitlyn here. We want to fall back in case we're not able to get a heads on the agility here. So we will get back to Lucy. discuss. Let's see. They've used 2 custom catchers. I'm thinking there's a possibility they just play 4 custom catchers and that's all the rest they play. But I am hesitant to. Okay, well, we have the 3rd and 4th custom catcher. We see a rare candy and a reset. Hopefully it is not an Omastar. I would really not like to see an Omastar here. Prevents us from using wind. That would not be very fun. I don't believe we have any will in our discard pile. I'll just go ahead and save those cards. I'm gonna do anything for it. We just have to get lucky. Flip ahead. That's the start of our luck that we need. Yeah, overall, I wouldn't say this is a great matchup. Especially if our opponent happens to be Ninetales. I didn't even think about Ninetales earlier. So, we can get... Let's just go for 3 whip. Why not? And we will just... And we will get reset stance here. Not too fond of that reset stance. That kind of hurt a bit. We were certainly better off before it, but we'll make it. It'll be Carvanha will withstand our. I would imagine this is a very annoying deck to play against. I certainly wouldn't want to. We do have one thing over our opponent if they play an Omastar, and that is we don't put many Pokemon. So, start with the poke here. We can go ahead and get a V. Let us surge. And boost these for 2 will. And an additional surge. And then we will, of course, use a will. We'll use the will. And agility. I choose you. This deck is quite fun. Never a dull moment. It may look a little repetitive, but I assure you, it does not feel repetitive. I am thinking very heavily about every decision I'm making because resource management is key, and one mistake can cost you. I've found that it's better to use your will while trying to stall to get the loop set up. A good portion of the game. And by the way, there's no tails off of will. There's no reason you would ever want tails in this deck. In other decks, perhaps. Not in this one. We'll save our Lucamines for later. Actually, no, we won't. We want a will and a surge. Also, the thing I've learned about playing this deck is with your last Lucamine, if you don't have the combo, you want to if you can't get it. Because then you have 2 more turns and 2 more discards. We have managed to run our opponent pretty low on cards. Hopefully they don't have an end to that. They are thinning even more, which, assuming if they don't have an out, I would certainly not be doing right now. They could fail the greens, I suppose, but if they have any shuffle draw, they can build up and shuffle back, so I wouldn't even do it under that circumstance. Okay, we see a reset stamp, not a huge deal, because we're not going to take any prize cards here. And we do get our loot back, so that's fine. See how many will are in our discard? 3. Unless they do have the shuffle draw, Fire Crystal's not going to do a thing against us here. We'll go ahead and Pal Pad back. Key supports. It's better back to have your will than the combo to get them, because the combo for less overall. We do. We'll save that gear in case we need it later. Remember, we do have our Elva and Bronson Man back in our deck. So, if we manage to get our opponent down to 3 cards during our turn, we will be able to use that card to win the game. And our opponent's not far from that. Chance they forget we even have Belova. I've certainly done that before. Grab a will here. See what our opponent okay, still just the I am still very worried about Victini, but I don't think they even have many fire energy in their discard. They do not. They can always freeze, so it's not safe. We're not out of the water. One thing I do think would make this deck a bit better is a more consistent engine. You can't exactly play like a Pidgeotto line or anything though, because your opponent can discuss that. So it's certainly not ideal in that department. but it gets the job done. So, Surge, Loopsamine, for Lusamine and Will. We still have some surges left. It'll fly. And we will. Down there in cards. There's no way they don't see it. No, they know what we're trying to do. Not quite sure what's running through their head. I will gear here. We will grab a Misty's. And we will use it. Surge, Lusamine, and Belloba. We did, of course, just remind our opponent that we have the Belloba. So, if they had forgotten, now they that tail hurts. That does put us in a pretty dangerous spot here. See if we have any quick balls, because that could save us. So our opponent does get that knockout. We do draw the Fion. Not sure that we need to use it here though. We may want to just start hacking with Belloba and Bryson, man. Opponent still has no fire energy card, so that'll be fine. Yeah, so Surge, Cynthia and Caitlin, discarding Cynthia and Caitlin. Brains can always get us out to a what's that thing called? Lily's Pokeball. Thank you, Lucky Draw. You helped me out there. Now I know what it's called. Now that we have another one, it's not a big deal. Oh, that's interesting. Looks like we're out of those. So it looks like hack with Belloba it is. And pass. Right here makes me pretty nervous. We'll get the Fion. Get Surge. And we will get Cynthia and Caitlin so we can draw and Belloba. See how many draws we are down. So we have 2 in our discard pile. If we didn't prize any, we have 1 remaining. This is coming down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. I wonder what our opponent's going to throw our way. If they don't get anything, we can just surge Lusamine. Okay, so we will get the win, ladies and gentlemen. That was an intense game, but it will go our way in the end. Wow, that was fun, ladies and gentlemen. Our opponent gives us a cue that was close. They know what's going on. Wow, what a game. And we will win just like that. So now, what's going on with this deck? I hope you... of Carvanha. Undisputed strongest Pokemon in the game. Now, find yourself 2 Rebel Clash codes. Comment down below the answer to the following question using the video in the description. Does my friend flip any tails on Crushing Hammer in their video? Remember, this is in the video in the description. My friend who runs the other channel will then DM you 2 Rebel Clash codes if you were correct and are subscribed to both of our channels and have the notification bell turned on. Be sure to check out our official Discord in the description as well. Thank you very much for watching, and have yourselves an excellent day.